I always preach about being different, and the reason why that's so important is because there are 100,000 songs made on Spotify every single day. There are 250 million songs on Spotify in total. That's a quarter of a billion. A quarter of a billion songs on Spotify. And therefore, it is so important for you to make music that distinguishes and stands out from the rest. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to be creative. And the word creative doesn't mean to come up with, actually it does mean to come up with something that is different from the rest, but it doesn't mean you have to create something that doesn't exist. It can be reinvention. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can make music that stands out from using something which I have invented. Stop telling me that I didn't invent this, because when people tell me, oh, it's the same as a 3% rule, it's not the same as a 3% rule. I didn't even know about that until people started mentioning it. It's called component alteration. And no, I'm not on cocaine. I'm just excited to talk about this because this is something which I'm very, very proud of coming up with, okay? Please start using this term. So this term can now become my legacy. And people will be talking about it in schools and being like, yo, are you going to use component alteration for this? And they'd be like, yeah. Anyways, I'm just excited. But let's get into it. Component alteration. What is this? Component alteration is the formula for creating new ideas. And what component alteration is altering the components of something. My favorite example here is a pair of jeans. So this is a pretty average pair of jeans here. What are the components of a pair of jeans? You have the button, you have the color of the button, you got the shape of the button, and you also have the zipper right here. You have the length of the zipper, you also have the zipper color, you have the zipper head, color and material. Yes, I'm talking about clothes and I'm gonna talk about music in a second. The angle of the pockets, I've seen pockets that start here and come down here. I have seen pockets that are significantly smaller than this. You also have the length of the legs, the width of the legs, and when you alter these components, you have completely different styles of pants. Like this is a pair of jeans that has been altered to the max. So when you alter things such as shape, you have a completely different product which is deemed as creative because it's novel. The reason why we say something is creative is because it's different. It stands out. It's creative. We also have pockets in unique placements like this, a very baggy pocket. And then we have patchwork, which isn't actually patchwork. It's just an illusion of patchwork printed onto these pair of denim pants that look like sweatpants because they're so baggy. But look, component alteration is a way in which you can alter small, micro, or macro components to generate completely new ideas. Please skip the next 30 seconds if you were not serious about music. Being an independent artist, especially if you're trying to make it, which is why I assume you're watching this video, is difficult. That's because it's a business. And when anything becomes a business, especially one which is creative, and you have to both put on a creative hat and a business hat, it is difficult. It is hard. Imagine what it would be like if you had somebody that you can bounce ideas off of, somebody to ask for advice, and also a place in which you can get exclusive content regularly, and also a place where you have other members who are experiencing similar things to you, other musicians. This is my mentorship services. If you're curious and you want to find out more, go ahead and apply down below. So this can be done with music. You can apply this to the components of a song to make songs that have never been done before. So I'm going to help you do this. Let's clear out this right here. Let's write down here in the middle a song. Guys, welcome to... Should I even upload this video? Because now people are going to have the formula to making new songs. They're going to have my formula, but it's okay because nobody will actually use it. Most people are too lazy, so I'm not even scared about spilling the sauce. So the different components of the song is time, signature, BPM, instrument, selection, genre, dynamics, language, drum, rhythm, major or minor, vocal tone or texture, and we'll leave the space here for any other components that I can think of. But right off the bat, you have a bunch of things that you can alter to come up with completely different sounding songs. One of the most popular ways of creating new sounds is through genre or genre mixing. You can mix reggae with drill. You can mix Indian music with trap, Chinese music with trap. This is one of the easiest ways to come up with new sounding songs. So what you can do is list out all the different genres and pick one which hasn't really been done before and make a track using that. For example, heavy metal screamo guitar hasn't been really turned into a trap song. I've heard of rock guitar turned into trap, but heavy metal guitar is way different to just rock guitar, and I haven't heard that done in trap before. Playboi Carti uses a lot of rock guitars in his songs, well, at least the remixes that I've heard, but I haven't heard heavy metal. How about incorporating more acoustic drums than trap synthetic drum kits? That could be something that's really different. Then now going to time signature. Time signature is, for example, 1/4, I think it's called, or 4/4 is like, but 3/4 would be like, It's a bit weird, but you could make it happen. There are also 7/4s, I think. There are a whole bunch of different time signatures. Experiment. That's gonna catch people off guard. It's gonna be like, whoa, what the fuck is this? Sounds good, but it's not like what I've heard of before. Most people aren't aware of time signatures or that time signatures exist out of 4/4, but this could be something interesting to experiment with. I'm just giving away sauce here. You know what, labels, if you want me to stop giving away sauce, just pay me 100 grand a month and I'll stop doing this and I'll just give you all the information that I discovered. 100 grand a month, that's all I asked for. The next one is instrument selection. This here can be from cultures, strings, brass, synths, and you can start blending them together. Indian strings with Mexican horns. Blending them together, that may seem like, oh, you're not supposed to do that, but just like tomato sauce and mac and cheese, it goes really well together. Or just like tomato ketchup and ramen noodles, they go really well together. All right, don't judge me because even Chinese people out here do it, so you can't judge me for saying it. Ramen noodles with ketchup is good. Done here in China, in Hong Kong, I mean. When you start to mix and match different components, then you have completely different things that you can experiment with. Look here, look here, look here. We talk about genres, right? Reggae mixed with classical strings using classical periods or Baroque instruments. Mixing things that are not supposed to go together will create completely different new tracks. Can you see why this is so powerful? Component alteration, vocal tone and texture, screaming, and blues music are not supposed to go together, but you could make that happen. A screaming song with blues music that has Mexican, a mariachi band or whatever you call that, all put together could make something awesome. So we also have BPM. Most people have their BPM stay consistent throughout a song. But what if you had BPM switches or BPM variations that where the song goes from slow to fast to slow to fast, or the song starts off really slow and gets quicker as it moves through, or the opposite. Unique ways of varying BPM. And I know these sound like wild ideas, but anything that is out of the ordinary catches attention and it's creative, it's fun. It makes the process of making music genuinely more fun. Language, okay? What are two languages or two countries that probably have beef? I don't know, fucking India and Pakistan. Have a song with these two countries paired together and make a fucking banger as well. And then languages that people have never heard of. Let's just say the language of Czech Republic language. There's only 11 million people that speak that language, but if you feature an artist from that country and people will be like, what the hell is Czech Republic? Creativity, it's novel, okay? Or you can even have a song that talks about how you can riz girls in different languages. Right off the top of my head, rizzing girls in different languages, and then you could have a song where in the chorus you riz girls in 5 different languages. And you can do one in like Korean, Japanese, English, Thai, and Spanish. Drum rhythms. So you have, I don't really know the vocabularies in terms of drum rhythms, but you can have the drill drum rhythms. And then you can have the typical boom bap. Or you can have Afro beats. Or you can have Brazilian funk. Merge them together, or have beat switches with different drum rhythms that cut in between to create unexpectedness. Or have Brazil funk merged with screaming, which is actually probably more common. You can go even more out of the ordinary and go with whispering. And then from here, you can merge this with a genre that isn't typically used in Brazil funk, which could be classical or Baroque, right? And you can do this in a weird time signature. All right, some of these may clash and make it literally impossible to do. My point here is this will allow you to come up with creative ideas so much easier. It's like a way of brainstorming, a hack for brainstorming. Okay, so here's a piece of homework for you. In the comments down below, I want you to create a completely new song idea and comment that down below. Don't be afraid of other people using it because 9 times out of 10, most people are gonna be too lazy to even create what they come up with. I wanna go through it as well and see what you come up with. And additionally, it's gonna give motivation to other people to come up with new stuff as well. Just do it. Don't be afraid about people stealing your ideas, bro. Like, what you're gonna do, not post music for the rest of your life? Just post it, I'll give it a review, and if you did enjoy this video, I'll see you in the next one.